Who would have thought that a fallen dead tree in the wild could be transformed into a livable home by a man's careful modification? The interior space is not only spacious but also equipped with a fireplace that can both heat and cook food. Not to mention, its appearance blends perfectly with the surrounding environment, making it hard to spot even if someone passes by. As the weather gradually warms up, Walker ventures deep into the jungle alone, ready to build the first shelter of this spring. He walks intermittently and finally stops in front of a partially fallen dead tree, where the upturned roots create a semi-enclosed structure, serving as an excellent natural barrier. Walker immediately swings his shovel and clears a patch of ground at the base of the roots to serve as the foundation for the small house. However, due to the hard and compact soil layers, digging proves to be exceptionally difficult, consuming a lot of his energy. Fortunately, as he digs deeper, the soil below gradually loosens and becomes easier to excavate, allowing progress to speed up. Once the pit reaches the desired depth, Walker grabs a handsaw and ventures into the nearby dense forest to select some straight and sturdy logs, gathering them into uniform lengths. Next, he uses an axe to sharpen one end for easy insertion into the ground for stabilization. He first drives a circle of logs vertically along the inner edge of the reserved bed area to serve as a barrier, which not only restrains the soil to prevent collapse, but also clearly delineates a resting area. Then he drives a circle of logs at the entrance step position and fills the gaps with soil, repeatedly tamping it down to reinforce the entire structure. After finishing these tasks, Walker approaches a nearby dead tree and collects a large number of evenly thick wooden slices, laying them on the step surface to prevent rain and snow from soaking it. For the bed area, he first brings in soil to fill the internal frame of the bed and compresses it to ensure enough support to prevent collapse. He then lays a layer of wooden slices, which not only isolates the moisture from the ground, but also provides a more comfortable resting surface. Next, Walker picks up the shovel again and digs a trench on one side of the wall to plan the position of the fireplace. In the jungle where the temperature difference between day and night is significant, this is key to resisting the cold and ensuring survival. He selects several logs of uniform thickness and assembles a basic frame according to the size of the fireplace. He then mixes some clay and evenly spreads it over the surface of the frame, sealing every gap to prevent smoke leakage during burning. Next, he layers the clay mixed with straw, gradually shaping the chimney of the fireplace. To speed up the hardening of the clay and test the smoke exhaust, Walker shaves some dry wood shavings and lights a small flame. As the smoke slowly drifts into the forest, confirming there are no issues, he takes out the prepared lunch from his backpack and heats it over the charcoal fire. Taking advantage of this break, he slices a cucumber for a refreshing snack. Before long, the aroma of the charcoal mingles with the scent of the snails, filling the air. After a simple meal, Walker gets up to continue working. To prevent smoke from leaking into the house, he places a thick wooden board on top of the fireplace, creating a simple platform. He then places several sturdy logs on top, neatly arranged to form the wall on this side. The gaps between the logs are filled with clay to ensure a sealed structure while also increasing the wall's stability. Walker then brings over a forked branch and places it in front of the small house as the door frame. Next, he can use this as a base to seal the walls with stones. He first takes out tools and drills holes at regular intervals in the wooden posts at the top of the fireplace. He then finds flexible branches, inserting them one by one into the holes, with the other end fixed to the door frame, forming a complete wall frame. The other side is constructed in the same manner, interspersing branches into the roots at the back at regular intervals, creating a symmetrical and stable structure for both walls. For the gaps between the frames, Walker decides to use versatile moss for filling. This natural material is not only readily available, but also provides good windproofing and insulation. Moreover, the green moss, dotted between the wooden frames, adds a touch of natural vitality to the simple hut. Walker then moves to the side and begins assembling the door panel for the hut. He first constructs a door panel frame that fits the entrance, then tightly bundles straw into thick strips, arranging them closely on the door frame to create a door that is both thick and warm. With it, the sense of security in a dwelling is greatly enhanced. Walker then collects several tree forks and evenly places them on top of the roof, cleverly obscuring the outline of the hut, allowing it to blend seamlessly into the surrounding jungle environment, becoming very concealed. After tidying up outside, Walker returns inside with the remaining straw, laying it on the bedboard to serve as a mattress. He then turns to retrieve his backpack left outside, closes the door panel, and reignites the fireplace. The flames slowly rise, and warmth quickly spreads throughout the small space. To celebrate the successful completion of the hut and reward himself for the hard work over the past few days, he first heats oil in a pot and fries the meat patties until both sides are golden and fragrant. Then, using the oil in the pan, he heats the bread dough. He then squeezes on some jam and places the meat patty, adding a few slices of pickles and onion strips, completing a homemade burger. With one bite, the oil bursts in his mouth, and Walker nods repeatedly in approval. After eating and drinking his fill, he takes out a soft blanket from his backpack and lays it on the bed. In the warm glow of the fire, he begins his first night in this small hut.